Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. You know what time it is. It is update time once again in MCOC, and I am back with the final patch notes of 2023. This year has absolutely flown by. We have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about for December, so let's jump right in, starting with number one, the new champion in December. No secret here, he was leaked and teased a bunch of times over the past month or two. Onslaught. He is a psychic entity that combines Professor X and Magneto. He has been requested a lot over the past several years. He looks incredible. He's beastly. He's giant. He's red. He looks very, very cool. Now, I have personally been asking for a mutant who renders Nimrod basically completely impotent, and hoo boy, buckle up, folks, because this dude is nasty. And that's really all that I'm going to say about that. Number two is next month's side event called I'm Not That Guy in a Red Suit. It's basically Red Guardian gets letters from people who think he's Santa Claus, which is kind of funny. There are a whole bunch of objectives to do that kind of encompass this side event here. So there's a quest map, 5 different difficulties. You have an entry, which is a bundle of letters. And then there's a whole bunch of rewards here. The rewards are spread out over several solo events. So here's the Letters of Champions rewards. These aren't really anything, to write home about. There's an objective called Good this year for winning a fight with a hero champion and beating a villain champion. Again, there's some profile pictures here, some tier 5 CC selectors, some tier 6 CC fragment crystals, which is pretty good. Always happy to have those. There's a matching Bad this year objective for winning fights with a villain champion and defeating heroes with a villain. So again, some similar rewards, actually the exact same rewards, just with a different profile picture. And then there is a quest selector. So this is the actual side quest rewards. Each run will reward all 5 progression-based selectors. So each time you run the side quest, you're going to get each of these 5 different selectors. So you're getting ISO, you're getting relic shards, you're getting 6-star hero shards, you're getting a single 6-star 6-stone crystal, and you're getting some 7-star shards. So I mean, it's fine. More solo events. There is something called Silver and Gold by defeating Gold Pool, Platinum Pool, or champions that share synergies with them. This is just getting those Winter Wonderland crystal shards, and again, as has been the case for the last several months, we're getting an Awakening gem as well. I've got like 8 or 9 of those just sitting in my inventory, just not with nobody to use them on. Another solo event called Together for the Holidays. So this is for doing Alliance events, Alliance War, Alliance Quest, Battlegrounds, and then the rewards for that are going to be right here. Relic based again. So again, if you're looking for relics to do a run through Necropolis, or if you still haven't beaten the Sorority's boss, this month might be a good opportunity for you to get that stuff. Number 3, the contest turns 9 years old in December. 9 years we've been playing this game, folks. It's wild. It's like a quarter of my life almost. So they do a lot of good stuff for the anniversary every year. New title, new profile pick, and more. Let's take a look at the anniversary calendar. So for Valiant players, if you are close to getting that Valiant title, you should probably do so quickly. If whether it's completing your first run in the Necropolis or finishing your final run in the Necropolis to get that title, there will be Valiant specific rewards for the anniversary. So if you're close to it, try and get there. So for Valiant players, you're getting about 1/3 of a 7-star crystal. You're getting some tier 5 CC. You're getting 2 full tier 6 and tier 3 alphas, and some tier 6 class catalyst selectors. And you finish off the week with a 2,500 Titan Shard crystals. So again, the difference between the Paragon login calendar for the anniversary and the Valiant calendar is pretty significant, it seems. So once again, it bears repeating, if you are close to getting that Valiant title, you should probably do so as soon as possible. Shard arenas are also making a comeback. So these are the arenas where you get 5-star and 6-star shards, and you do them with 1 to 2-star champions. So here are the rewards for those. These are the milestones in the arenas themselves. You know, the rewards in the arenas themselves haven't been updated in a while. 5-star shards, 6-star shards, not as valuable as they used to be. Something they've added for these arenas is a solo event specifically for using 1-star and 2-star champs in arenas. So this is a way for them to add additional rewards to those shard arenas without actually changing the arenas themselves. So for Paragon Plus players, you're going to be earning a lot of 7-star, well, not a lot. You're going to be earning some 7-star hero shards here just for doing those arenas, or by using your 1 and 2-star champs in other arenas that are available. And then there's additional 6-star shards, additional tier 5 class catalysts, units, and gold, which is, you know, always really nice to have. And then finally, there is a solo objective for the 9-year anniversary to use Gladiator in fights, ending the fight with a specific type of attack. I am assuming that they are going to be handing out a 4-star Gladiator to everybody in the game. They've done this in the past, where the Summoner's Choice champion has been handed out for free, and I'm pretty sure they would not put this objective in the game unless they had a way to guarantee that everybody in the game would be able to complete it. So expect that they will be handing out a Gladiator to everybody at some point in December. Number 4, the Banquet is making its return in 2023. And whether or not you are a fan of the Banquet event, I myself do not particularly care for it at all. It is undoubtedly one of the most lucrative events that they put on during the year. So hopefully you've saved up a bunch of units. You can buy yourself an infinite number of greater Banquet crystals and really make some progress on your account. Also returning this year is the Alliance Mate nominations. What they do is they hand out different superlatives to you, and then you can nominate your Alliance Mates, you know, like most interesting rank up, like, you know, biggest profile or whatever. I forget what they are. And then if a specific person gets enough of those accolades sent to them, then they earn titles and profile pics and whatnot. I didn't get any of these last year myself, so hopefully some of my Alliance mates take pity on me this year and help me earn some of these titles. Number 5, the holiday gift is also returning for 2023, and the biggest change in it this year is that there will be a Valiant level gift. So the way that this is going to work is on December 24th, they will send out a selector to everybody in the game, and the selector will be progression locked. So you will only be able to select the highest reward matching your progression level. So if you're Valiant, you'll be able to get any of them, but obviously if you're Valiant, you're probably going to want to choose the Valiant level gift. This is always kept a secret. I have no idea what the contents of the gift are. Nobody knows except the Command folks. So once again, it bears repeating, if you are close to getting that next progression level, whether it's Valiant, whether it's Thronebreaker, whether it's Cavalier, whatever, it really is a good idea to try and make a final push this month for that next progression level so that you can get the next level of free gift from Kabam. Number 6 are the champion updates for December. So Red Skull and Shocker have both been updated. These should be live in the game when the patch drops. There are a whole bunch of changes for Red Skull. I'm not going to go through all of them here. So in general, Red Skull is much better offensively. That's not really saying much because he was pretty trash as an attacker before. His kit is undoubtedly more focused on defense. So he's going to get armor ups more frequently. So previously it's when he filled a bar of power. Now it's when either champion fills a bar of power. So basically twice as fast he's going to be getting armor ups. He's also immune to a bunch of mystic stuff. So Nullify, Fate Steal, and Stagger effects from champions only. So he will be vulnerable to this stuff from nodes. He also gets an auto block passive after every special 1, so you will not be able to punish his special 1 unless you have like true accuracy or true strike or undermine. And then after the special 2, he gets an unstoppable buff. And then the duration of that is going to be increased for each armor up. So in general, he really demands a specific counter going forward. So I really expect to see him more commonly used as a defender in Battlegrounds for sure. The other thing to remember with him is that somebody like Hulkling is not going to be able to avoid his damage, because the damage that you get when you hit Red Skull's block, it's not power burn damage, it is a power drain and then a direct damage component on top of that. So if you try and use Hulkling on him, you are still going to take damage from him. Shocker is the other champion getting updated in December, so Shocker's damage is getting a nice little buff. You can see the physical vulnerability passive potency is increasing to 30%. His crit rating is also increasing. That is crazy. 1 in 3 hits is going to be a critical hit with Shocker. His ramp is also speeding up here, so the special one will grant you 30 charges instead of 25. And remember, at max sig, he gets a full refund of his first special one usage, so you'll be getting essentially 60 charges right away instead of 50. However, the most important change for Shocker is this one here, which is that the unblockable no longer consumes his charges, but goes on cooldown for 30 seconds. So as an attacker, this is very, very important for him because it allows you to more freely intercept with him without worrying about accidentally breaking the defender's block with your unblockable, and then when that happens, you would lose charges and your ramp would get slowed down, the fight would get slowed down, you'd have to build yourself up again. So going forward, if you accidentally break the defender's block, no worries, it will still, break the block, but you won't have to worry about losing your charges. So my biggest issue with Shocker is still the random stuns that he gets during his basic combos. For me personally, it really disrupts the flow of the fight, especially if you proc a stun on your third light or your fourth light or your second medium. Then you're kind of just standing there waiting for the defender to react because the stun is too short for you to kind of sneak in another combo at that point, so you really just kind of have to sit there and wait. And it also makes him completely unusable on any node or matchup where stuns are punished. So against Black Panther Civil War or against Stunning Reflection, things like that, you basically can't use him at all because you cannot control when those stuns occur. So yeah, Shocker getting I like this buff. He still has like I said, the stun problem, you can just avoid matchups where he wouldn't be useful, that's fine. I do like the damage increase, the crit increase, and I absolutely love the unblockable changing as well. Last but certainly not least is the December list of bug fixes and known issues. Only going to talk about 2 of these. The most important one here, this has been a request for a long time. Summoners will now be able to sell Tier 4 and Tier 5 class catalysts, Tier 5 basic catalysts, and Tier 2 alpha. So if you're like me, you've had Tier 5 basic and Tier 2 alpha catalysts in your overflow, dozens of them in your overflow, probably for a large portion of this year. So you will now be able to sell this and get make some progress towards your next Tier 6 basic and your next Tier 3 alpha. So really, really happy to see that. The other one I want to talk about is this one, just because I'm not sure anybody noticed this. Fixed an issue where Mr. Sinister was not regenning from critical hits. If Mr. Sinister is in the forest and his regen fails, but nobody is there using him, does it actually happen? I don't know. So you can check out the other list of the rest of these issues here by pausing the video, but that's the only 2 that I'm going to cover. And that's going to do it for December. December, a pretty packed month. We've got Onslaught coming to the contest. We've got a whole bunch of solo events coming. The 9-year anniversary, the Banquet, the holiday gift, a whole bunch of stuff happening next month. Folks, let me know in the comments below what you are most excited about for December in MCOC. And as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.